Hello, Internet! I'm Jason, and I think I'm done. Moving house. See, that's the thing with YouTube nowadays, that you have to make everything super clickbaity right up at the front for like 12 hours. So you got the clickbaity thumbnail, you got the clickbaity title, and then like the content doesn't really match the tone of what you're trying to set up. But apparently it's better for discoverability, so let's give it a shot. But yes, immediately after PMW, which I'm going to get to here in a second, by the way, thank you for your support, we spent the last 2 months after that just focusing on moving house. I don't know if y'all saw the old setup, but I've been working out of my living room basically non-stop since March of 2020. So when we moved from my IRL job to work from home, I did everything in the living room, on top of all of my streaming, on top of just having like a life with my spouse and with my family. Like, I basically didn't leave the room that you used to see behind me for a good 12 hours a day. And it got really stifling for my creativity. I talked about this on my streams a little bit. Consider watching them at twitch.tv/badgunpla if you can. But spending that much time in one room and only really having that one room to work in makes it very difficult for me to be creative when I also have like a life happening behind me. Now, for the first time in my adult life, I have my own office. It's amazing. It's like a converted dining room. That's why it's open over here. But the size of this thing, like the camera doesn't do it justice. Look at this. This room is huge. Look at all my stuff. And it's been such a boon to my mental health just having my own space for literally the first time in my adult life. I've not felt more creative literally in years. So the streams have been a lot higher quality. I actually have videos in the works, hoping to have the first long-form videos back on the channel again, hopefully in August. And we're doing new endeavors, which I'm super excited about. You may remember, if you've been around the channel for a long time, that we used to have a VOD channel, a Streamgunpla YouTube channel. That is getting started back up now that we are in this new house. In fact, the first VOD from last Friday, I believe, should be up around the same time that this video goes up today. Very excited about that. On top of that, we'll be setting up new channels for Blythe Watch, which has been my occasional football manager-based streams. I want to do something a little bit different than Gunpla every so often, and one of my hyperfixations is the game Football Manager. I barely understand it, but it is a lot of fun, and it's been a lot of fun taking a part-time 5th tier English squad to glory, ? Off and on for the last several months. I'm going to be doing those streams a little more regularly, and there will be a Blythe Watch YouTube channel. More on that in the future. Very excited about that as well. Even if I'm the only one that's excited about it, I really don't care. I don't care. If I'm excited, that's really what matters to me. On top of that, I said I would talk about it earlier. PMW was a massive success back in April. $17,635 raised for our friends at Cure Alzheimer's Fund. That is absolutely insane. That takes our total over the last several years since we started doing things like Mechanicore, all the way over $60,000 for our friends at CAF. That is absolutely absurd, the amount of money that we've been able to raise for an amazing cause with our friends at Cure Alzheimer's Fund. So again, thank you for your amazing support. That will be continuing on into the future, and we'll have more updates about PMW 2024 in the next couple months, probably. I did allude to earlier in the video, long-form videos coming back to this channel, and I don't want to put a date on it. I don't want to put a schedule on it. Every time that I've tried to put a date or a schedule on these sort of things, it just kind of falls apart. So, new videos will come when they're ready. That's kind of how it's always been on the channel, but I've fallen into the trap sometimes of making a promise for when a video is going to come out that I can't keep. So I'm going to be very upfront and say I'm working on things, but I also have a full-time job. I also have other commitments outside of the stuff that I do here. And I don't want to put out junk content. I do want to put out more content. I always have been. And the best way that I can supplement that right now is with YouTube Shorts from the streams, but long-form videos will be coming soon. I'm hoping to have something up by the end of August. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. Also, there will be a follow-up video on Witch from Mercury. I just haven't had the time to finish the show yet. By virtue of me being on the internet, I know what happens, but I don't think it would be the right thing to do to make a follow-up to the I Have Opinions on Mobile Suit Gundam and The Witch from Mercury until I've actually watched the whole thing. That's just... When you hit your mid-30s, check to see how much free time you have to watch shows and consume media. Ignore the fact that I have 250 hours plus in Football Manager this year, okay? Don't judge me. But anyway, just wanted to give a quick channel update. We've moved house. I have my own workspace for the first time in my adult life. We have a ton more room to expand, which we've desperately needed. So I apologize for the radio silence. You know, the entire month of May, we basically spent looking for a new place. The entire month of June, we spent moving into this one. And most of this month, we've spent just unpacking and getting things set up the way we need them to be. So thank you again for your patience and for dealing with my lack of updates on the YouTube channel. Please consider following on social media, which is tricky right now. There's a bunch of links down in the description. Pick one and let me know if you use a different service, because I'm not calling Twitter by its new name. It's just not happening. I'll also be likely leaving that platform fairly soon. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for all the kind words that you've shared on the streams and over social media with me. It really means a lot over the last few months, and I look forward to putting out more cool content for you soon. Take care.